and welcome. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and thank you for joining me today. I'm here to do your May Pick a Card monthly tarot reading. Okay, it's really simple if you haven't done this before. If you're just joining me for the first time, simply pick a number between 1 and 5 and I will do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. Okay, so we're going to go to the board now. Get your number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, first number that pops into your mind. And if you can't decide, you can have more than one number, but if you're going to have 5 numbers, it might be a bit of a confusing month for you, so don't do that. We've got enough confusion in the world at the moment. Okay, so let's go with card number 1 and see what we can see. Okay, going to go with that one. Closing my eyes now. Okay, I see a mushroom. You know the old saying about the mushroom, kept in the dark, feed 'em BS, and there's some other thing to it, I forget. But anyway, basically, people in denial, not opening their eyes. So we don't need to be like that. We can adapt to the current reality that we're in. And we can change. We have the ability to steer the course of the virus, and it does not have to be, as bad as it could be. We can mitigate the factors, so less people get sick because they stay home, and less people die. So let's find a card and see. I thought I had one, but there you go. Okay, we're coming up with the Justice card. What we're looking at now in the world is a situation of natural justice, natural law, LORE. Excuse me. LORE, not human law, LAW, although this card will help you with human law if you've picked number 1 for May. Okay, so natural justice, nature is having her say at the moment, and we need to cut back on economic activity, which is what we've had to do, and that's to give the earth a breather, because the poor earth was really suffering with all of the activities of humans. Now you see here she's got a set of scales and she's balancing up and weighing up the evidence in front of her. She can't see all the evidence in front of her, but she can listen to her intuition. See that owl there on her shoulder? Okay, that's that quiet small voice within that sort of tries to steer and guide us, and sometimes we ignore it. If we do ignore it, it's often to our peril. So listen to that voice, and then we can weigh up all of the evidence, even if we can't see what it is. See this sword over here, the sword of truth. It's a bit like, King Arthur, the King Arthur legend, and Excalibur. It's the ability to cut through all of the dross, all of the fake news, all of the conspiracy theories, to find the grain of truth, okay, that's there. It's the ability to analyse, dissect and classify information in our brains so that we can get to really what is truth for us. Okay, truth's different for different people, of course. And then there's a lot of red in this card, so that's all about taking action. It's not just enough to understand what is happening, it's also about taking action. This woman here, Lady Justice, has her feet on the ground as well, so she's practical. It's not airy-fairy. We're not talking about airy-fairy stuff. We're talking about real life, in fact. So if you've picked this card this week, karma is a thing that may come up for you, and sometimes that's really positive. It could be somebody from the past coming back who's going to help you out in some way, because in a previous lifetime you've helped them. Can be things like that. So even though I say the word karma, sometimes people get a negative connotation about karma. It's not necessarily. It can be gifts and you know, things coming out, unexpected things coming that can actually help us. It's not always negative. Okay, number 2, card number 2. If you've picked card number 2 for the month of May, I can see the blue ocean in front of me, but it's a fairly bright blue, so there's some happiness with it. I'm going to go with that card. Closing my eyes now. Again, I see another sword of truth in front of me, so it's time to be logical, analytical, and think about, you know, what we have to do if we've picked card number 2. Okay, there's a door in front of me opening up. It's got a metal, very ornate, sort of engraved handle in front of me, and it feels like it's very old, but it's in great condition, and that door is opening up. So there's a new opportunity coming for you in May, and it looks really good on the outside, at least what I can see so far. It's a silver doorknob that I'm looking at, and it's got this feeling of being very old-fashioned, but it's very helpful. When I go inside, the door opens up and then there's steps to be taken, so there is some action you've got to take to make the best of it. Okay, and we've got the 2 of Pentacles here. This is about your finances, most probably. It can also be about your possessions, okay? And this is, you know, what shall I say? This is about you getting organised with your finances, and also doing things like budgeting and finding out new ways to make money. So in light of what I just saw, and now I've got my eyes closed again, I can see an ocean, I can see a ship on an ocean, and although it's been dark, it's like the sun is coming up. So you might have had some issues with your finances that haven't been pleasant, but there are some doors opening for you, some opportunities coming so that you can fix your financial position. Okay, money could come your way in May if you've picked card number 2. Alrighty, card number 3 for May 2020, and what's the energy around this? I'm going for that card. Closing my eyes now. I see it's like lightning in the sky, which is something unexpected. It could be good luck or bad luck, whichever way you look at it, but a bolt from the blue sometimes is good luck, and that's what I'm seeing here. I'm also seeing musical instruments, like playing the symphony of your own life, okay? Taking more control over your life. Be the conductor and conduct all of the energies within so that you have control of your own life, because there's a sense of helplessness in the past and disempowerment. And so if you know, become your own conductor, you can play the song that you want to play and play it in the way that you wish to. So conduct your own life. And with that, we have this beautiful card, the Empress. Okay, so she's in control. She's conducting her own life, and this is all about nurturance, and it's a very good sign if you have children or you want to become pregnant, something to do with babies, all about nurturance and caregiving, okay, and a generosity of spirit. You can see she's wearing gold. This reflects the energies of the solar plexus. It's about achievement, self-esteem, goal-oriented behaviour, manifesting what you want. And you can see she's on a red throne here, a red throne which is about taking action. She has a staff in one hand, which is like a royal sceptre. So royalty is to do with divinity, and going back to ancient times, you know, the royals were thought to be the divine on earth, the representation of the divine on earth. And over here she has an apple in her hand. So this thing about the apple and Adam and Eve, it's more or less saying that Eve had the ability to know all things, and that was part of God's plan. God knew, they knew what Eve would do, and so Eve was actually set up to do that. But of course the story was corrupted, and then it became that she was evil and the worst in the world because she was tempted by Satan. Nothing to do with Satan, it was just becoming aware of yourself and the power of your own being. And we all have this power. So if you've picked number 3 this month, then there's a lot of achievement, but there's also a lot of caregiving, nurturing and generosity. Okay, you'll either be receiving it or you'll be giving it. Okay, and great if you want to fall pregnant. Okay, and card number 4, just looking for the right card. Okay, all right, closing my eyes now. Card number 4. Okay, as one door closes, another door opens. I see a door closing here to the past. I've got my teeth are aching on the right side top jaw, and they're sort of vibrating and throbbing, and this is to do with childhood. Okay, let go of your childhood things, and it's time now to be the mature adult that you are, because we shouldn't have any children watching this watching this channel. We don't target children. So be mature, stand up and make a stand. It's time now to really work out which side of the fence you come down on. Do you believe or not? You know, and what are you going to do about sharing your knowledge and your wisdom with the world rather than keeping it within? How are we all going to make the world a better place? And not just for humans, but for all of the earth, including her creatures and the earth herself. Okay, and we come up with the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, this is normally to do with money as well. And giving and receiving. So there may be opportunities for you to give, and also there may be opportunities for you to receive money. What goes around comes around. And you'll see here she is weighing things up in a similar fashion to the Justice card. She's holding a set of scales, weighing up how much money she's going to give, how much money she's going to receive. It's all about being organised with your finances. And because when you get organised and you have a clear picture of where you are with money, then you can go out and earn more money in some way or another. You can attract money to you, so you may get some money that's unexpected, or it just sort of lands in your bank account, whether that be a government handout or whatever that is. Okay, but this is a positive card, particularly if you've had money concerns. Okay. I also feel it could be mid-month to end of the month, like more likely in the second half of the month for this card. If there's actually going to be a windfall of money, more likely in the second half. Okay, but you'll know where you are and you'll be more organised. Do a budget and you'll be fine. You're going to be okay. All right, card number 5. Last number for the month of May. If you've picked this number, I'm closing my eyes. Okay, I'm on a road going up a mountain. A mountain represents a challenge, and the road is twisting around and around to the right. Okay, so again, it's about continuing on my journey, but going right. Okay, so that's more about the masculine energy, doing the right thing, you know, trying to stay in the light as much as possible, giving up addictive habits, you know, particularly like me, I drink tea, you know, I've got to cut my tea consumption, for example, and living a good and proper life in whatever way you can, given the limited circumstances we're all under at the moment. Okay, but just because you're in isolation at home, doesn't mean that you can't improve your life. You improve your life in a different way to what you did before. Okay, and then I see 1, 2, 4 columns of coins Don't say that if you've been drinking. Columns of coins, and they're just building up in front of me. That's like huge change coming in your life. It can be to do with money, but it certainly represents transformation. Okay, this is the Four of Swords. If you've been doing too much, if you've been stressing, if you've been worrying, please stop it now, because this is about exhaustion. If you've picked card number 5, you need to slow down. Maybe have a rest. Sleep in the daytime if you have to. There's no law against it, okay? If you're falling asleep, it's because you need to sleep. So, you know, it's time to relax. Let go of the stress. I know it's not easy, you know. I know we're all worried about different things. But in the end, we can only do what we can do. There's only so much. And if you're staying home and following the guidelines and the restrictions, you'll be fine. You'll be okay. All right. So this indicates that you need to rest, give up stress, watch your diet. You know, get away from the sugar. I know myself. I've been on the sugar lately. I've just got to get off. No more Easter buns, especially the chocolate ones. So just don't buy them, you know, and just have plenty of time out, sitting outside in the sun 20 minutes in the mornings. You know, a lot of us are vitamin D deficient. You could take supplements like vitamin D and also liposomal vitamin C, helpful. They do say zinc. Look, I can't tolerate zinc. Every time I try to take it, it makes me feel sick, but this is really telling you, you know, stop thinking so much. Your head is out of control, whirring like a machine, you know, and it's not helping you. You need rest and relaxation. Go for a walk in nature. Go to the beach, if your beach is open, that is, and there's not 10,000 million people on the beach, like in Australia. Talk about nuts. So a lot of our beaches have been closed for that reason. But please take care of your health and get plenty of rest and relaxation. Alrighty, so that's it for this month. I hope that's been helpful for you. I'll be doing the horoscope shortly, starting with Aries and Taurus. And I'd just like to thank you for watching. Give this video a like, and don't forget to share it all around the world. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell as well. Okay, have a wonderful month, and I shall see you again soon. Okay, thank you, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.